we are going to recall the chapter solution, and this solution is going to be studied based on the concept map. The concept map means how it is going to be divided in the theory syllabus. Okay, this solution chapter is divided into four important parts, that is expressing the concentration of the solutions. It is first part of the chapter, and next one is laws of the solutions, and next one is types of the solutions, and the last part of this chapter is colligative properties and related problems. Okay, in which first part you already studied, that is expressing the concentration of the solution, in which three most important concentration terms are going to be represented here. That is first one molarity, and next one is molarity, and last one is mole fraction. Okay, this molarity, it is based on the formula N divided by V, and this volume represented in liter. If it is represented in kgs, then it is termed as the molarity. Okay, there is the small difference between this molarity and molarity, and similarly this is the mole fraction, and the last one, next one is that is laws of the solutions. Okay, these laws, three most important laws are present, that is Henry's law, Rod's law, and similarly Dalton's law is also present, but these two are the most important. This Henry's law, P is equal to kh into x, and this P means that is vapor pressure and x means mole fraction, and similarly Rod's law, that is P1 is equal to P1 naught into x1, and next part is the types of the solution. It is based on the obeying of the Rod's law and not obeying of the Rod's law. The types of the solutions are divided into ideal and non-ideal solution. The last and most important part of this chapter is the colligative properties. Okay, these properties are nothing but properties depends directly on the amount of the substances irrespective of their nature. Okay, which first important is RLVP. RLVP means it is relative lowering of vapor pressure, and its formula representation is P1 naught minus P1 divided by P1 naught is equal to W2 M1 and M2 into W1. Okay, these are the formulas, and next one is elevation in the boiling point. This elevation in the boiling point, again it is also based on the colligative properties, therefore delta TB is directly proportional to the molarity. Okay, this molarity means again it is nothing but the depends on the number of grams of the solute irrespective of their nature, and its formula representation you can see here, M2 is equal to 1000 kb into W2 divided by delta TB into W1, and similarly it is for the depression in the freezing point, where this Kb represents the elevation in the boiling point and this Kf represents the depression in the freezing point. And the last colligative property is osmotic pressure. Okay, this osmotic pressure represented as the symbol pi, and this M2 is equal to W2 R into T, it is divided by pi into V. And these are the four important formulas which are important for the solving of the 3-mark problems. And how to identify the W2 and how to identify the W1, it is most common, you can be imagined like this. In any problems you have to be observed like this, W1 is always greater than W2. Okay, that is the most important point to solve the 3-mark problems. And another point is P1 naught is always greater than P1. Just by knowing these two factors, you can easily solve the 3-mark problems, that is regarding the solutions chapter. Some important questions for the NEET exam, KCET as well as JEE exams based on the chapter solutions. Okay, it is the first question. Read the question properly. Which of the following aqueous solution exhibit the highest boiling point? Okay, 2 points are going to be identified first, that is the solution is aqueous, and the asked question regarding the highest boiling point. Okay, it means aqueous solution means these are the solutions made by using the water. And similarly next one is boiling point. It means it is nothing but the concept of elevation in the boiling point. Okay, this formula you already know, that is delta TB is directly proportional to the molarity. Okay, delta TB is directly proportional to the molarity, and its mathematical form is delta TB is equal to I into Kb into M. Okay, for this problem, this Kb value is assumed to be a constant. Okay, why it is a constant? Because all the solutions made from the water, that is aqueous solution. Therefore, here the points based on the Van 't Hoff factor I as well as molarity. And how to solve? Okay, first it is going to be list out the 4 options given to you, that is urea, KNO3, K2SO4, and next one is sucrose. Okay, here the answer depends only on the van top factor as well as molarity. And molarity is given to you in the options, but the van top factor is going to be identified from the theoretical knowledge. Okay, already know this factor van top. For the urea, it is non-electrolyte, therefore its van top factor value is 1. And similarly, KNO3, it is an electrolyte, K plus and NO3 minus. Due to this reason, its van top factor is 2. And similarly, it is another one electrolyte, it is 2K plus and SO4 2 minus. Due to this reason, its van top factor value is 3. And similarly, sucrose is another one non-electrolyte. Due to this reason, its van top factor is equal to 1. And next point is going to be studied its respective molarity values. Okay, in which urea is given to you, that is 0.01. And similarly, potassium nitrate is also given as 0.01. And the next one, K2SO4, is also given as 0.01. And the last one, sucrose, its value is 0.015. Then read the question properly. Which of the following solution is exhibiting the highest boiling point? Okay, highest boiling point means which multiplication is getting the highest value. It means multiplication of I into m. Which of the options given the highest value, and that is the final correct answer to you. Okay, this is multiplied by here. It remains the same. It means 0.01, and it gets converted as 0.02. And it is quite important, it becomes the 0.03, and this value remains the same, 0.015. And then you can observe, out of the 4 answers given to you, this 0.03 is the highest one. Due to this reason, K2SO4, it is having the highest boiling point. Next question, 1 molarity of 2.5 liter NaOH is mixed with 0.5 molar 3 liter of NaOH. Then find out the molarity of the resultant solution. Okay, understand the problem carefully. Okay, it is NaOH of the different concentration. It is another one NaOH of another concentration. What is the resultant concentration? And both the solutions are mixed here. Okay, this type of the questions, it is identified from the formula, that is total resultant concentration, that is assumed as M3, and this M3 is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2, its whole divided by total volume of the solution, that is identified as V1 plus V2. Okay, condition given to you, it is considered as 1 and it is considered as 2. And how to identify the unknowns here? Just observe, it is the molarity 1 identified as M1, and it is the volume of this solution, therefore it is V1, and similarly it is M2 and it becomes V2. And substitute the given values to you, then you are getting the correct answers out of the given options. Okay, here M1 means that is given as 1 into V1 means that is 2.5 plus, and M2 means once again it is 0.5, and it is multiplied by its total volume is 2.5 liter plus 3 liter. It means totally it becomes the 5.5 liters. So substitute directly, V1 plus V2, that is 2.5 then 3. Then you are going to be solved here. And one point you have to be remember, you are not allowed with the simple calculator also in case of the competitive exams like CET, NEET and JEE exams. But how to solve the correct answer, that is going to be solved here. Again, it is a simple mathematics, that is 1 into 2.5. This remains the same, 2.5, and it is 0.5 into 3. It means it becomes the 1.5. This 2.5 plus 1.5. What is the final answer here? That is the 4.0. It's all divided by 5.5. Okay, for a moment, this 5.5 is assumed as 6 and this numerator is assumed as 40. And what is the term you can be used here? Numerator 40 and the denominator 6 means the value nearer to the 7. It means 6 into 7, it is nearly 42. Therefore, it is the final answer. Any values which are near to the 7, it means 0.7 is the starting number. Therefore 0.73 is the possible correct answer regarding this problem.